Lawrence. He targets Jordan Matthews, and it's gone. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. And, Charles, this defense, they know that they've got their work cut out for them. Here's a quarterback coming off a game in which he threw 4 touchdowns. They've watched the tape all week. They've seen it, but what can they do differently?
I think they've got to approach it like a pitcher facing a really hot batter. Get him uncomfortable in the box. Change speeds, change locations, change the pitches you throw at him. So show different coverages, blitz sometimes, drop back other times. Just don't let him get comfortable or let him get into rhythm.
11 more on that one and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So our two teams, the Jags and the Titans, CD, they've formed a pretty good rivalry here in the AFC South. It's been the Titans who have arguably, though, been the best team in the division of late. But these Jags, they have certainly made some big changes since these two teams last met.
And those changes you're talking about, brand new front office, brand new head coach, young quarterback, I think for sure they're on the right track. And to me, this division has a chance of being one of the more competitive ones over the next few years. There's no team right now that you would say is going to dominate in the foreseeable future.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Josh Lambo on the field goal of 40-yard attempt.
The kick by Lambo is good, and the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Dante Pettis now from his end zone. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
And Derrick Henry with the ball in his hands, what a sight to behold, because power and speed involved in every touch for him. Coming off another spectacular season with the Titans, he became the first since LaDainian Tomlinson in 2006 and 2007 to win 2 straight rushing titles, and he did it with style too. Just the 8th man to top 2,000 yards and the first since Adrian Peterson in 2012. He has his sights set on another 2,000-yard season.
Josh Jones in on the stop. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
From the 45 on second down, Tannehill. He dumps it off for Henry. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And how'd you like to be a cornerback, having to come up to try and tackle that big man out of the backfield? Heck, how'd you like to be a linebacker or a defensive lineman? Because he's as big as all of them. Derrick Henry, not utilized a whole lot in the passing game, just 19 catches a year ago. But when you swing it to him out of the backfield, look out.
He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Second and 10. Now Lawrence. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 49-yard line. Lawrence will throw. Open man is Jacob Hollister. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On first and 10, it's Etienne. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. On play action, Lawrence. Open man right side is Shark. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. Josh Lambo now for the point after. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. Dante Pettis now from his end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Tannehill now to throw. First down and much more here for Jones. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Quick throw complete to Reynolds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Josh Reynolds. A gain of 4. It's now a 2nd and 6 at the Jaguars' 37-yard line.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Tannehill on first down. That's taken in by Ferkser. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Henry. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
Henry again. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Henry, and he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Titans have once again taken the lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Now! 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Right there.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He's going to look deep for more. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He was looking for the running back, Derrick Henry. And now it's 2nd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now it's Tannehill. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Move the chains. A gain of 7 on 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time. And it's second down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tannehill gets this to Ferkser, the tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I can hear the film session right now. I can hear the coach saying to his team, guys, how does a guy that big get that open?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Imagine him as a kid, just trying to play hide and seek.
No chance.
No chance. He goes to hide behind the skinny tree. You see the front, the back, the top. Good luck.
Yeah, you see him. You don't see the tree.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Back to throw, Tannehill. This will go to Henry out wide. And down inside the 15 he goes. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Running from the gun with Henry. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now another timeout called for by the offense as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On 2nd and 7, Tannehill. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. The D-tackle, Sheldon Richardson, came barreling in for the sack. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. And Bullock will put this one through. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Final preparations being made for the second half, both in terms of game plan and also hydration, because humidity is really going to catch up to these guys, no doubt. And for the call of the second half, we go back to Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. Dante Pettis now from his end zone. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Second half begins with a run by Henry. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And 6 yards to go.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. To throw is Tannehill. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by the rookie Tyson Campbell. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4. Look at me. Go, go. Watch the boot. Check 3.
Handoff running left is Etienne. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Mike 5-5. You ain't going nowhere.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Lawrence flushed out right. They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
A first down carry for Henry. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Mike 48, Mike 48. Yo, 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 yo. Yo.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Tannehill. This pass complete to Reynolds. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Tannehill hooking up with Reynolds for a Titan first. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. He's got the tight end Fertzer right side complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. Defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you, a little bit surprising, but they wanted people getting to the ball as fast as possible.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Bullock good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14.
Makes the score Titans 24, Jaguars 10.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check. Shift. Watch the shift. Watch safety green. Watch safety. Squeeze. Watch twist. Fire.
Lawrence running right on the option. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Hey, order.
Here's Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
It's second and inches at the 34-yard line.
A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. And this Tennessee defense for the second straight play gets him behind the line. They're not messing around. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Here's Lawrence to throw. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And some room to maneuver. Touchdown! Rondale Moore with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jaguars are back within a score. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2.
54 Mike. 54 Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey! Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike. All right. Here we go. There.
The quarterback will keep it himself. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. And the option play working flawlessly right there. What'd you think of the call?
Love the call. That's really football 101 to me. 2-point conversion, run quarterback option. That means he can either keep it himself or pitch it to a trailing back. That usually opens things up for an offense.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Here's Tannehill. Got him in. It's Brown. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Looking to throw again on second down. Tannehill. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, and we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. He'll get this off to ETN. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Four receivers in the formation here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. 2nd and 3. Now Lawrence to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
A handoff for ETN. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They go play action with Lawrence. Rolling to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he had to get this down to the 15. He won't make it. He's a yard or 2 short. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And that'll set them back 5. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Fourth down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10.
And with the scoreboard against them here in the fourth quarter, this was definitely 4-down territory. Really nice job there finding a way to get open, and a really nice throw. That sets them up with 1st and goal.
Etienne, and he'll take this into the end zone, and touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, and the Jags are an extra point away from taking the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's caught inside the 5. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I should have said they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No. A fairly short kick from the 14. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle, and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on 1st down. It's Henry. 68 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes, we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Henry again on 2nd down. And he'll go down at the 28. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Reynolds. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry. His 3rd touchdown of the game. His 8th on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And the lead is up to 5. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things out.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. They'll look to throw. That's caught by Hollister. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 18 more yards there and another 1st down. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is. On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. He's back to throw. He'll drop this one off with Etienne. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish him off.
They scored a puts him in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And he will get into the end zone again, and he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the two-point conversion. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Dante Pettis now from his end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Tannehill to throw. To Henry. And he would get to the sideline here, but that a minimal gain at best. 3 yards, possibly 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Tannehill. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain of 39 that time.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Here's Tannehill. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Maybe some temptation here to try to go for the win, but I think you got to kick the field goal.
I agree totally. When you look at the time left on the clock, that's not a spot where you take the gamble. Go ahead and kick the field goal here and take it from there.
So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a handoff to Henry. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. And, the stadium clock says 0, but the one on your screen is the one that matters, and the officials say yes, it's a timeout with 1 second left to go, and a field goal try forthcoming to potentially send us to overtime. And he missed it. He missed it right. It's no good. And that's going to cost him the football game. Well, we were prepping for overtime up here.
halftime, I was already gathering my thoughts about, okay, how do we start? What happens with the coin toss? Who's going to play defense first? And I have to admit, I'm in a little bit of shock that he missed that field goal.
I'm absolutely still in shock. Just a tough way to end it. So for Jacksonville, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the Miami Dolphins come to town. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills.